I'm doing okay. How about you? Ready to get some time off? Good. You know? Yeah. Really? That is all. Yeah. Sad thing. With this pandemic is, yeah. With this, we're gonna be suffering from this pandemic for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. Hope we get back to some normalcy.
At this time, we ask that everyone will remain standing as our senior members of the Kenwood Choir sing the national anthem and the Star Spangled Banner. Great job. You all may be seated. At this time, we will have the alma mater sang by the seniors of the choir of Kenwood High School. Thank you. At this time, we would like to acknowledge all of our distinguished guests that are with us this afternoon. We're thankful to have our Interim Director of Schools, Dr. Huff, our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Imperatrice, our Director of High Schools, Dr. Roz Evans, and of course, all of our school board members that are present this evening, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Griffey, Mr. Garland, Carol Berry, and again, we thank all of our school board members that are present this afternoon. And if we have any more that's among us, we welcome you as well. Also, we welcome James Lewis, our county commissioner, and also Ms. Hutchison with Fort Campbell Liaison. We welcome you this afternoon, this evening. At this time, we're going to have our presentations coming by our senior class president, our valedictorian address, and then we'll have also our salutatorian.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Bailey, for the warm introduction. To the school board officials, Dr. Huff, Interim Director of Schools, Dr. Imperatrice, Academic Officer, Dr. Evans, Director of High Schools. My name is Natasha Brandt. I am a senior athlete and your 2022 Senior Class President. I would also like to thank my coaches and the best trainer ever. Many of you may not know this, but Gabby hasn't been here for all 4 years, but she is much more than a trainer to me. And I would like to give a big thank you to her for everything that I have put her through with sports. I am also much obliged to give thanks to parents, guardians, faculty, staff, administration, board of trustees, and returning alumni for making all of this possible. It is with great honor and privilege that I stand before you today to deliver this commencement address for this incredible student body. So, when I became class president, I was ready to step into the role and do great things, and then they told me I had to do a speech at graduation. I literally almost passed out. So just hang in there with me, laugh a little bit, clap a little bit, and we'll all get through this together. Despite all the odds the last couple years, we still managed to graduate. When we were younger, if someone asked us what we wanted to do, many of them may have said a lawyer, astronaut, pro athlete, or a doctor. Looking back, none of us really knew, and some of us still don't know to this day. But it's okay, because this isn't the time to make hard, fast decisions. This is the time to fall down, get back up, and make mistakes. Because none of us are perfect. Class of 2022, what I would like to leave you with is a quote by Muhammad Ali. If you don't lose, you get knocked down and you get back up. I'm sorry, let me just redo that. Class of 2022, what I would like to leave you with is a quote by Muhammad Ali. If you don't lose and you get knocked down, you lose if you stay down. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening, I'm Rachel Clark, the Salutatorian. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Some of us never thought we'd be here. Life has been a roller coaster these past 4 years. Every year was something new, but here we are. I moved here in the middle of 8th grade and it was lonely. Knowing nobody was hard, seeing everyone sit and laugh with their friends while I sat and read. I eventually made friends. Most didn't last as high school friendships don't. Learning the difference of real friends versus having people took a while, a lot of pain and a lot of anger. But I'm here and I've learned. Now I'm around people who genuinely love me, and maybe the pain won't be forgotten, but it can be moved past. Some people were only meant to be there for a time, sometimes they come back. But no matter what, you have to be okay with being alone, with having fun by yourself. High school was hard, but we're still here and we're finally done. It's time to move on to whatever's next, scary or not. These 4 years flew by, and so will the rest of our lives. Cherish every moment and every person. One day it's there and the next it's gone. I wish all of you luck. Thank you.
Good evening, students, parents, and teachers. My name is Lena Young, and I am the Valedictorian. Before I begin, I would like to thank all of our distinguished guests and board members for attending Kenwood High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. I am honored to be here today, and I would like to start by congratulating all of my fellow peers on all of their years of hard work. If you had told me 4 years ago that the whole world and the way we lived would be completely different, I would not have believed it. We started our freshman year bright-eyed and excited about the next 4 years. Most of us did not think about college or careers. We were much more preoccupied with pep rallies, sports, football games, and hanging out with friends. We had all the time in the world to think about our future. Then sophomore year approached, our classes got a little harder, homework was assigned a little more frequently, and responsibilities got a little greater. Then all of a sudden, it's March 2020, and we are told to stay home. We are not supposed to go out, give hugs, see friends, go to school, or see family. My band director, Ms. Suter, once told us that everyone in their life experiences a single event that changes absolutely everything. It will change your lifestyle, your values, and your perspectives. I did not think much of it until the pandemic happened and our lives were turned upside down. Junior year rolls around and most of us are going to school virtually or we are switching back and forth between attending virtually and traditionally. We have 2-hour classes on Zoom instead of our 45-minute classes in person. Everything is different. We take the ACT in the spring and suddenly the pressure is on. Senior year arrives and we are applying for scholarships and colleges. We are asked what we want to do with our lives after the last 2 years sped by in a blur. Some of us have known exactly what we want to do since we were little. Some of us have spent the past few years learning who we are and are just starting to figure out who we want to be. Some of us have absolutely no idea and are just in it for the adventure. If there is anything I've learned from the pandemic, it is to not take things for granted. Things happen and not everything works out the way you want it to. But as long as you focus on the things that make your days a little brighter, your family, your friends, your passions, your hobbies, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Many of us have been together for 4 years of high school, and some of us even longer than that. After today, our lives will once again experience that great change. Each of us will follow our own dreams in a different path. I hope that each of us remembers the resilience and perseverance from these past few years and carries it to whatever it is you want to do. Whether it is to serve in the armed forces, go to college, own your own business, or join the workforce, work hard and make sure it makes you happy. As many people have said before, life is short. We do not have extra time to spend on regrets or what-ifs. We have our entire future before us. Let's spend it wisely.
Thank you. We want to acknowledge school board member Josh Baggett for being here this afternoon as well, and we're sorry for the oversight. To the class of 2022, again to all the board members, our interim director of schools, to our chief academic officer, executive director of high schools, and all other distinguished guests, family, friends, and of course, the class of 2022. It is my pleasure on the behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of Kenwood High School to present the class of 2022. Congratulations on becoming a Kenwood High School graduate. As you make this transition from high school, prepared for success in college, career, and life, I want to take a moment to tell you something that was said many years ago that still holds true today by one by the name of Bob Dylan, a philosopher in 1963, and this is what he says. He says, "Times, they are a-changin'." And someone had once said that the only person that likes change is a wet baby. And class of 2022, you are no longer babies. You have lived through many changes in your high school experience. You made it and lived through COVID. You went from in-person learning to virtual learning and back to in-person learning. You went from no mask to wearing masks and back to no mask. You went from textbooks to laptops. And class of 2022, you are about to undergo yet another change. Several of you will change schools as you walk onto the freshly cut lawn of some college or university, while others will put on the well-tailored uniform of our armed services. and others will join the workforces. However, I am confident today that knowing that you have stepped up to the plate and now you're getting ready to experience real world experiences. You can make it because you have navigated these changes and achieved the goal of a high school graduate. And for this, I congratulate you. And let me remind you that in the midst of everything changing around you, one thing or two things will remain constant. Number one is your family. Your family. They will continue to be there for you. They will be with you through your ups and your downs, through your good and your bad, through your right and your wrong, through your ins and through your outs. Your family will still be there. And there are some parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts that are here tonight to salute you and prove to you they're still there. And if we be truthful tonight, those that are here to support you, your family, some of them had to work 2 jobs, to rob Peter to pay Paul, to forego a bill to make sure you have bread, and raise you and love you even sometimes in spite of you. While you was whipping and nay-naying, they was somewhere praying. While you was doing the juju on the beat, they were somewhere making sure you had a place to sleep. While you were on TikTok, they were working around the clock to make sure you could make it. So without delay, school board members and interim director of schools, the records of these students have been duly examined and found to be in accordance with the laws of the state of Tennessee and the policies set forth by the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System. I am proud to recommend to you the class of 2022 of Kenwood High School. Y'all can do better than that. And therefore, the graduates will have all rights and privileges these diplomas confer.
Well, I think he said it all, didn't he? I think he did. All right, good evening. I commend this class on your hard work, dedication, perseverance, and resiliency demonstrated by your accomplishment today through an unprecedented academic year. On behalf of our Board of Education, I hereby accept and confer that the 2022 graduating seniors of Kenwood High School have met the high school graduation requirements of the state of Tennessee and the Clarksville-Montgomery County School System, and are thus entitled to all rights and privileges for completing these requirements. Congratulations, graduates. Dr. Bailey, you may now begin the presentation of diplomas.
Lena Marie Shuijun Young. Valedictorian. Rachel Gabrielle Clark, Salutatorian. Brandon Mikkel McCullum. Trace Brendan Thompson. Julia Innisfree Pope. Demaya Ashay Jones. Tristan Taylor Madden. Ayana Levon Largen. Donovan Davis Stevens. Isaac Kelvin Warrington. Dantasia Monique Brandt, Class President. Leilani Naya Monet Acuff. Damian Marquise Adams. Kayla Renee Adams. Taylor Audrey Alexander. Serenity Ajane Monet Allen. Abraham Edenilson Amaya Portillo. Destiny Taylor Andreen. Tyler Jada Antoine. Leah Michelle Arkell. Jaquai Ramon Armstrong. Tamaria Gloria Delphine Arnold. Blake Charles Armstrong Ayala. Natalia Marche Bailey Trotter. Brooklyn Lily Banks. Robert Wesley Barchevsky. Benjamin Hector Barlow. Quintavious Taez Barnes. Dania Melissa Barragan Juarez. Isaac Che Barrientos. Isabella Grace Beck. Jervon Brian Matthew Beck. Ayana Ryan Simone Bedard. Aiden Michael Bell. Jalen MacArthur Bell. Trinity K. Charlotte Bell. Blastasia Demisha Blacksmith.
I don't know who's next.
I can't see. Who is that? Who is it? What's her name?
Trinity Bell is next.
Oh, look, I said her name. Trinity K. Charlotte Bell. David Guadalupe Bolanos Rodriguez. Darian Leviticus Bone.
Keisha Boyd. Huh? Keisha Boyd.
Keisha Boyd.
Nakia Bowman.
Nakia Rose Bowman. Okay. Nicholas Tylen Boykin. Brianna Michelle Bradley. Tyrese Deshawn Brightwell. Ruben Broha. Ian Thomas Brown. Serenity Lynn Bruce. Samara Lynn Brumley. Trinity Michelle Burney. Luis Alonso Cardona Hernandez. Julia Justine Lyric Castro. Demons Anton Casey Jr. Robert Lee Chapman. Manuel Alexi Chavarria. Shaquan Marquez Clark. Angel Nicole Claybrooks. Donald Coy Coates. Caleb Austin Compton. Algeric Chantain Lamar Conyers. Joseph Thomas Cook. Devin Allen Corbin. Jamila Sherelle Davis. Fazarian Sanchez Dean. Sinai Bethany Delgadillo. Heather Leanne DeMoss. Colby Christopher DeVito. Akora Teray Dixon. Robert Cannon Dumkowski. Caitlin Doherty. Neilani Rose Dudley. Daniel Wayne DeZul. Bethany Ray Edwards. Demare Caron Edwards. Blessed Unima Egban. Tazea Julia Ann Farrow. Giovanni Feria Dominguez. Trayvon Latrell Fisk. Contavious A. Brian Demez Ford. Lucario Tyreek Ford. Katrina Renee Franks. Chris Daniel Cruz Gabayason. Sean Lucas Gaines. Matthew Mason Gamble. Riley Joseph Garber. Jaylon Deshawn Garrett. Tyandria Misty Gatson Williams. Noah Gabriel Jondro. Tyranny Andrea Gentry. Joseph Gomez. Antonio Deshawn Gray. Caleb Mitchell Green. Kyrie Jordan Griffin. Jalen Jamar Griggs. Nicholas Kane Hall. Jennifer Marie Hammonds. Mia Kilani Handa. Zakari Jabron Harrison. Abigail Lillian Harder. Katie Scarlett Hatfield. Amari Javon Havner. Ivan Santiago Hernandez. Avante Burton Hester. Cameron Lavelle Higgins. Corbin Michael Howard. Josiah Jaheim Jackson. Josiah Adibiye Theodore Jackson. Staciera Leona Jefferson. Jeremiah Jimenez. Adrian Dwayne Johnson. Isis Aaliyah Johnson. Jordan Desmond Johnson. Kaylee Marie Jones. Preston Isaiah Kinslow. Maria Cheyenne Larson. Jaheim Jabari Lewis. Brianna Aaliyah Lindsay. Brooklyn Nicole Lisenby. Ashlyn Noel Loveridge. Elias Alexander Lugo. Jessica Lujano Reyes. Caden Price Maddox. Isaac Michael Maddie. Faith Marguerite Madison. Ramadani Anduele Akinyele Yela. Sorry, Maduka. Sorry, Ramadani. Caden Reese Mahoney. Jaden Tyson Manning. Ana Isabel Martinez Sandoval. Jakay Lamar Matheny. Xavier Dominic McLean Stowe. Xavier Lamar McCord. Anaya Kayartis McCottrell. Aaliyah Marie McGregor. Aria Orchid Elaine Medley. Alyssa Janine Charles Michael. Emmanuel Ethan Milan. Jack Thomas Miller. Brianna Ray Mims. Naya Joelle Montag. Janae Ariana Moore. Aaliyah Starr Moorfield. Liliana Elizabeth Morales Avalos. Justin Taylor Morgan. Austin Michelle Newman. Carlos Daniel Ortiz Ramos. Michael Vincent Otero. Marcavius Daquan Pace. Daniel Palencia Alvarez. Brooke Lynn Palmer. Deasia Michelle Peacock. Keyshawn Amante Peoples. Damon Laval Perry. Liana Ruth Perry. Angelina Camille Hewitt. Anthony Joseph Pulios. April Wine Powers. Charles Daniel Proctor. Isabel Ramirez. William Isaac Ramos. Aiden Alexander Rain. Layla Antoinette Reed. Joseph Alexander Reyes. Tamaya Londonay Reynolds. Javion Desmond Rivers. Kenye Rashid Robertson. Jamel Franklin Roberts. Sarah Nicole Roberts, Jr. Trinity Marie Rogers. Jabez Cornell Rollins. Euleni Jaylin Roman. Xiomara Renee Rosado. Abieser David Rosario Zayas. Bashan Merrill Ross. Michaela Jaden Rowe. Javante Tayshawn Rucker. Leslie Gabrielle Ruiz Elizondo. Elizabeth Cherie Sarnecki. Rodney Montrell Sauls. Cortasia Denise Sawyers. Layla Michelle Shropshire. Damon Ahmad Simmons. Austin Denzel Smith. Autumn Denise Smith. Jeremiah Allen Smith. Lorenzo Trayvon Smith. Alexis Alize Smotherman. Stephen James Summers. Michael Linus Sowa. Marianne Rosa Starr. Damian Luther Stoffregan. Lois Clara Stewart. Jordan Alicia Taylor. Shannon LaDawn Taylor. Kaylani Lachey Thomas. Cordrick Sintel Thompson. Han Thi Mai Tiu. Kobe Lee Toombs. Annalise Denerica Treadwell. Kayla Marie Trice Burks. Hunter Cole Trimble. Bailey Rose Trimborn. Amaya Nicole Tucker. Trinity Renee Tucker. Maria Gemma Turcott. Amia Janice Turnley. Jamie Elizabeth Turnley. Rehan Brenda Turpin. Alexander Douglas Tyler. Caitlin Rose Van Belcom. Julian Raymond Vasquez. Joxan Abel Vera Fernandez. Elicer Jose Veras. Braden Michael Waldorf. Cody Waltz. Rihanna Deja Wardlaw. Jalen DeVay Washington Lavelle. Nicholas Michael Waters. Philip Ray Weber. Devarius Jermaine West. Nishad Kanai White. Devarius Jermaine West. Nevea Kenaya White. Zaria Najee Unique White. Derek Lamont Whitehead. Kamarion Deshaun Wiggins. Keyshawn Amir Williams. Savannah Ladesha Williams. William Allen Wills. Jasmine Alexis Lynn Winter. Anaya Shea Word. Amanda Rose White. Wright. Nadia Elise Michelle Wyatt. Alana Lynn Yanes. Giannis. Davion Tyreek Young. Demarion Jaheim Young.
Let's hear it one more time for the class of 2022. So before we conclude our ceremony with the tassel turning ceremony portion, let me remind our families to meet their graduates outside of the Dunn Center after the graduates have marched out in the recessional at the conclusion of the ceremony. So, will the class of 2022 please rise? So, will the class of 2022 please turn your tassels? The class of 2022, we hereby officially announce that you are high school graduates. At this time, we will have the recessional of our graduates. Everyone, please stand as our graduates go out of the gymnasium.